It was our biggest song as Uncle Lucius. We signed the record deal in 2012. We released it. I wrote it in 2010, released it in 2012. It was maybe a top 10 on the Texas charts. I don't know if it even got there. And then it kind of went away, but we made a video for it. And our friends Van and Dylan helped us with this. And we made a video for it that told the truth, told the story in the song, in the video. My parents are even in the last scene if you watch that video. And it kind of took a life of its own. Uncle Lucius had a great 13-year run from like 2005 to 2018, but it was just time to call it quits for 100 reasons. And so we did. It was a great run and we called it quits. And lo and behold, after we're done, because of the video, I think, because it's telling the story and it's a real story and people are glomming onto it, it starts to build a little bit of something. And then it's featured on Yellowstone. Let me take a drink for this one. Yellowstone, I had no idea what the hell it was. At that time, I wasn't watching a lot of cable TV. I think I was having an existential crisis, as everyone else was in the world. I wasn't watching a lot of TV, but trying to figure it all out, maybe. But I got these congratulatory texts and Facebook messages. Man, you were on Yellowstone, congratulations. And I'm like, what are you talking about? At that time, I'd never been to Yellowstone. I'm like, I've never been there. What do you mean? And they're like, no, it's a television show. I'm like, okay. And so I looked it up right away and I saw it's the #1 most watched television show in the United States of America. And I'm like, damn, shouldn't I get paid for that? Really, that was the first thought. And I realized back in the day when we signed the record deal for that album, at the time we needed the help and we signed not a great deal, so I didn't own all the publishing for that. So what I found out by asking my lawyer about it was that Yellowstone approached the old record label, which had been bought out a couple of times by now, I think. Won't name names, whatever. And approached them and said, can we use this? And they said yes. So I had no idea that it was going to be on Yellowstone, yet alone what Yellowstone was. So I got the news from texts and Facebook messages. I looked into it, thought about maybe I should get some kind of check for this. I could use the money right now. And looked into it. And then it was interesting because what happened is because of that, a lot of people searched it. It was new to them. And so they went and looked for it. And all there was the video. The band was broken up. There was a video. And so people started to go to that. And now, this is the thing I'm most proud of, honestly. On the YouTube video, every day in the world, it seems like somebody new finds out about this song. And they feel compelled to comment in the comment section. And that whole comment section is catharsis. It's people telling their story about how this affects them and how it makes them think of their family member or how somebody kept the wolves away for them. Keeping the wolves away, by the way, comes from the keep the wolf at bay. I think it came around in the Depression era. It's just like, you know, keeping a little food on the table, the bill collectors away, just getting by. Because that's all it ever was. And, you know, people say on there, it reminds me of my dad or my mother, my grandfather. It makes me want to be a better father for my son or daughter. And it's total catharsis. And every day somebody new feels compelled to tell their story and be vulnerable. And beyond my grave, I'm more thankful for that because I hope that just lives forever and just keeps going. Because we need catharsis and we need to be vulnerable. There's the tangent. But, so, back to it. Keep the wolves away. Gets all these new people coming to it. So they go to the video and they're talking, they're commenting on here. And then all of a sudden, because of that, we're getting a lot more streams, right? It's a different world. So it adds up as sales, and then all those streams can add up to sales, and it's like, well, they count these sales and they give you gold records for that, right? And so I asked my manager, asked the lawyer to look into, do we have enough to get a gold record? Is this there? And then back and forth, yes, it's there. And then it's like, wow, okay. And then it goes platinum. It like hit this level where it's like Fibonacci, which is my favorite number sequence in all of nature. It just kept going. But I'm glad it was this one if it had to be any one, because it's a true story and it's in earnest and it's a real thing. I'm sorry for the tangents, but I have to get this all out in this way to say it all. It's interesting now because Uncle Lucius got back together because of this. Okay, when we found out it was a gold record, I said, man, all you guys, I hadn't seen you in a long time. Please, let's get together. This is a song that I wrote that is personal to me. And because of what you did and what we did together, it has gone gold. Let's celebrate. And so I got a private room at one of the best steakhouses in Austin, and I invited everybody. And we had a 3-hour steak and cocktail party. And we talked about like what the hell is going on, how fortuitous is this? This is amazing. And then we realized we like each other, and it's like, maybe we should do this again. Like the iron's hot, it makes sense, right? And then people are saying, yeah, this does make sense. And I'd like to thank Tim Regan, my manager, our manager, for pointing it out to me first. Like saying all the boxes are checked, like something's happening now. So we said, okay, let's talk about it, and then maybe let's do it. And then it became, let's do it. This is exciting. And here we are. We're in a place now where it's all extra credit, is what I keep telling people. And people tell me I hadn't seen you smile so much in years. And I am, because I'm staying in the moment and realizing how you never even get, it's rare to even get one chance at it, to get a second chance at it through something that you did in full earnest, not something you made up and you're trying to be a character. This is a real thing. It's awesome. And I'm thankful, and we're going with it, and we're all better musicians, and I feel like we're better people, and we're more mature, and there's new places to go because of this. And it's pretty cool. So far, the live shows have been good because it's like we're opening for ourselves, is what John Grossman said, our keys player. He said, people are there mostly, not mostly, people know about the other catalog, but a lot of the new people are there for that. Even the old people are there for that. And so you don't have to do it in the beginning, and they hold on for it. But you get a chance to prove yourself more than that. And I love that, because we're more than that. It's a rock band, it's a soul band, it's more than just a ballad. But we get to prove ourselves and then play the song. And it's great. And I hope it keeps morphing, and I think it will. I think there's a place beyond this song, because it's been so good to me, and the life that it's taken on its own, because it's art and it's in the world, and who's glommed onto it and who's claimed it as their own and said this is what it means or this is what it means, which I agree with and I don't agree with for some people, but it's okay because it's out there and it's in the world. There's a place. I'm still writing, I think I'm almost there. I'm writing the answer to it. The evolution of it, like questioning what is the wolf. It's been interesting. It's an open book. Yeah, I think that's all.